again for taking the time to be here and be on the channel. So the first question is, what in your opinion is the most confusing rule in rugby union and how would you explain it?
To be fair, there's still many rules that I don't know. Uh, the one that the one that I found out recently, it sounds really silly because when you're younger, you always get told to, if the ball's on the floor, just dive on it.
Mhm.
Um, you can't dive on the ball if it comes out of a ruck within 1 meter. So I don't know if that makes so. You can scoop it up, but you can't dive on it. You can't kill the play. So for me, I just find that a bit confusing because growing up, you're literally told all the time, don't to dive on the ball if it goes down, or um, in any other scenario. So yeah, it's that one is a was one that I learned fairly in the last few years.
So why did it change from when you were growing up? Or
I don't know. I don't know. I think it's more like if the ball's dropped, jump on it. But I didn't know if it was specifically within 1 meter of the rock. You couldn't dive on it. You have to scoop it up or like flick it back.
oh, okay, that makes sense. And then can you please explain the role of a prop and what your role is in the scrum? Is it different to being back row forward? Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, no, no, definitely. Position of a prop is you kind of in charge of the scrum. You kind of the drivers. The main force produced comes from your back five. So your second rows and your back rowers. But you're like you decide which direction the scrum can go in. And then other than that, you play a big role in like the set piece, so the scrum and line out, the mauls, and you're probably more of the close collision carrier, trying to like those power carries through the tighter quarters where your back rowers they might be more in the edge, weaving through bigger holes. I like to do both. But yeah, that's probably the biggest difference is the amount of importance you are in the set piece.
Thank you. And then what's it like to score 5 tries and win a Grand Slam?
I think yeah, it's obviously really exciting whenever you score a try for England, especially internationally. It doesn't happen a lot. So yeah, to score 5 tries in one Six Nations is quite surreal. I would say you don't really it doesn't sink in until the end. You're like, oh, that's fair enough. um, and yeah, to win a Grand Slam is it's amazing. To have that kind of desire to win every single game and to then say oh you achieved it, it's something that is really quite special, and something that England really strive for, and it is something also to enjoy to see that you've put in all this hard work and you've managed to go and win every single game. So yeah, it's very special, and it's quite surreal and it's a nice achievement to have.
Yeah, definitely. And then finally, I just wondered, is there a big difference between playing for your club compared to playing for England? Or do you keep following?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would say, sorry, I say yeah, massively. I think at club you're playing with a lot of different players, a lot of different nations, a lot of different abilities. Um, at Bristol, particularly, we played definitely more of a running game. So it's a lot about like running lines, like moving ball to space. Where at England, it's a lot about momentum and pressure, and where you can put pressure and where you can, keep momentum or slow down momentum. So it is very, very different. And obviously in England, you're playing with the best in the country, which is always harder with that step up. And it's just a little bit more physical, a little bit faster, a little bit bigger collisions, less spaces to get through. So yeah, there definitely is quite a big change in that. But a lot of the time you're playing with people that you play in, week out. So in terms of the people, it's not too different.
Well, that rounds up all my questions. Thank you so much for your time.